All right, Assalamu alaikum. Good afternoon. We're back again with another segment of my episodes. Before it was the well-being, and now we've got a new one. It's called the Ramadan recipe. If you guys haven't realized, Ramadan's nearly over, so this will continue, and it will become the recipe that you like, not just the Ramadan recipe. So it'll be open to everyone, not just the people who are fasting. So we'll be talking about your recipe and a casual conversation as we always do. So today we've got a very special guest, and that's Miss Ghada, and she is our sports coordinator. She was there in the well-being interviews as well. And today there's no quiz, so you don't have to really stress. It's all about the quizzes are all about talking about your recipe that you'll be sharing. So basically, she's already shared a video. How the segment works is you share a video of your recipe, and I will play that video towards the end of the interview. And so I welcome you. Salamu alaikum. Big salam to you. And thank you again for putting your hand up and being part of this journey.
Thank you so much, Chef. Thank you for having me, and thank you for this initiative. It's a great way to get the community together through food.
No, look, I always think that we should have these conversations. They're always very meaningful.
Yeah.
Tell me, how's your Ramadan been so far?
Alhamdulillah, it's been really well, actually. You know, it's easier for us in Australia because our days are shorter, so we're breaking our fast, you know, just quite early compared to other countries. But alhamdulillah, it's been quite well. We've had the 2 weeks holidays that fell during Ramadan, so that worked out well for us as well. But yeah, alhamdulillah, it's been
Indeed, you're right. It really helped. The holidays really didn't make us feel that fatigue of work, and because teaching, I can tell you what, teaching's not an easy job. And if you've got everything happening in Ramadan, it just takes you somewhat away from spirituality as well.
That's right.
So tell me about your dish that you've shared.
Well, this dish has become somewhat of a tradition within my household to have at our iftar dinner table. It's the rest, like the ingredients are quite simple. So we've just got bread, we've got hummus, which are chickpeas. We've also got yogurt, the yogurt topping. So it's known as Fatteh. It's also known as tasaiya. There are variations to how people make this, but the way that I've shared it is quite simple, and it's just the way that we prefer. That's the way that how we prefer to eat it.
All right, look, it's amazing, yeah. So why is it so important to you guys? As I know what you said, I mean, this is something. It's an everyday thing in iftar. But is there anything else? I mean, is there importance that was passed down to you by your mum or passed down to you by someone, and it's really important in your daily meals, or maybe just in Ramadan?
Yeah, it's so my mum used to always make a different version of it. The way that I make it, my husband actually taught me to make it this way. It's the way that he prefers to eat it, and now I've that's become my preference too. And my kids as well. So my 2 boys, they prefer the way that we make it as well. It's become our own little tradition.
I like it the way you say I make it the way my husband loves to eat it. So it's kind of like in there. Well, I don't know if he's going to hear later. I mean, it's good to help out. So maybe next time he can prepare this dish for everyone.
Yeah, he's quite good at making it, but he of course taught me how to make it just so I can then make it.
Oh, that's good. Well, look, it's always a pleasure to speak to you, and I'll be playing your video for people to really see what you've made and how you make it. My final question to you is, you know, because we're a big school community, as you know, and really growing, and in this blessed month, and also beyond this blessed month as well, we to give us an advice. How can we raise our spirituality, our mental well-being? Because we're all looking for advices, and something that works for you may also work for us as well.
Yeah, you know, especially in Ramadan, so we do focus our iman, our self-discipline, our self-control. These habits that we are trying to strengthen in Ramadan, we need to also implement them outside of Ramadan. So utilize these habits as well outside of Ramadan, not just, okay, so yes, we're using Ramadan to build these healthy iman habits, but don't just leave it at that. Just because Ramadan ends, it doesn't mean that these habits also have to end. We need to carry it on through. Make it a part of our daily life.
And that's so well said. I mean, the Ramadan's just that training camp that comes to
Yeah,
train us to build on these habits and carry them on. So look,
that's right.
it's such a great advice, and I'll be actually definitely trying your recipe and seeing if it really works for me. I'm actually shocking
Yeah,
in cooking, but you've got that video there, so hopefully that will help us how to
yeah.
work on it. Okay, look,
Very simple.
I really want to thank you, and it's a pleasure again for you to take time out and to even speak to us and share the meal that you've done and given us an advice. So it's always a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Sheikh, for all that you do.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.
Alright, Assalamu alaikum. Hello everyone. Today I'm just going to be showing you how to make fatteh, or also known as tisaiya. It's a staple dish that we have in my family on our iftar table. So how to make it. Crisp up some bread. You can fry these, or you can just air fry them. We've just air fried them today. Add a little bit of salt. And then we've got the hummus over here. So I don't prefer to have the canned ones. I just boil these myself. I just strain them from the water, spread them out. So there are variations on how to make this dish, but this is the way that we prefer to eat it. Over here I've got the topping, which is a mixture of natural yogurt, some tahini, garlic, and some salt. Then just pour it over like so. And then over here I've just browned off some pine nuts and some ghee, and then you just spread it out. And that's it. Simple as that.